Live once again. Hey, I see Charmaine's on. Welcome, Charmaine from Maine, and Olia from Poland, and Joseph from Nevada, and Stephen from Australia. And I got a message from Christopher in the UK. He won't be able to make it today. So he sends his hellos to everybody, but he has something else going on at this time frame. So, sorry, I'm just getting a few messages from my sister popping up at the top here, and I'm going to take that lamp out of the shot. My sister's gonna stop texting. All right, there we go. So how is everybody doing? It's nice to see some familiar faces on right away. Today is a nice day. It's the start of our long weekend here, as Monday is New Brunswick Day, so there won't be any work to do. So we're gonna find some other fun things to do this weekend. I know there's the Jamaican Jerk Flavor Festival going on here in town. I think there might be a monster truck show going on as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to go to either of those or get to them, but I know that tomorrow we are going to take a little trip, so I'll take some video when we're doing that. Oh, Carla's on in Mexico. Hello, Stephen. Christopher's on in Washington State. Alain's on in Montreal. Hello, hello, hello. So people are starting to pile on again here now. Now, I did do the poll last week on what people preferred Saturday or Sunday live streams. So far, the majority is Saturday. And so I'm going to keep it Saturday unless I have a plan, something going on, and then I'll push it into Sunday. But for the most part, I think we'll stay on Saturdays for right now. I'm getting a couple messages popping up here in the background, so we're just cleaning those up here as people are joining here. Carla says she received an envelope. Envelope from me. All right, that's good. I got there quickly if it's the one from me. There. Everybody likes surprises, don't they? Yeah. So on Monday, which is the holiday, I'll reveal the rest of the surprises that are in the box from Christopher. I'm also going to reveal a few more things that are in the Stamp of the Month giveaway from Stephen from Australia. Those will be in Monday's video. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with the giveaway, you want to go check out Stamp of the Month that came out yesterday. Yes, I put out 2 videos yesterday. The mail that came in during the week and the new Stamp of the Month theme and giveaway. So that was a lot of fun. It was a busy day yesterday trying to get all that stuff done and out though. Weather-wise, beautiful out. I think it's going to be 25 or 26 degrees today. So it's kind of in that sweet spot where it's not so hot that you don't want to be outside at all, and it's not cool at all, so you're still enjoying the summer. So we might get out into the yard and do a few things today. I'm not sure what else is on the books for what we need to do. There's Media. It's 23 degrees in Helsinki, Finland. That's awesome. We have to chop back some of the tree branches that are on the roof in order to make room for our future projects. So we got to look at that. I don't know if that's something I can do myself or if I'm going to have to hire someone to come in and do that. It's normally not the thing you do when the trees are in the middle of summer. That's usually a fall project or even a spring project, but we'll see. There's Monty on in Saskatchewan, 30 degrees there. So that's awesome. You guys are getting some heat finally. Carly got some new glasses. 73 degrees Fahrenheit for Charmaine in Maine. So a nice comfortable summer day there. 9 degrees Celsius in the wee early hours in Australia for Stephen. 75 Fahrenheit in Washington State. Oli is giving the big hand waving. Hello, Rosa from Wolf HD 59. Where are you from, Wolf? We've had a few Wolves on here. We have Wolfie Stamps in the UK, and then we have Wolf that's down in North Carolina too that's been on. Hasn't seen him in a while. He or his mother haven't been on this, so hopefully they're doing well. I know I did send a message to them on Instagram, haven't heard anything back, so fingers crossed everything is going well. They're just having a busy summer. You always get a little nervous when you see people all the time or hear from them all the time and then everything goes dead quiet, that you always hope everything is well with them. Oh, I've been looking at. Oh, I haven't heard back from the winner of last month's Stamp of the Month yet, so um, I'm hoping they'll reach out and let me know their address. So next week, sometimes I can send off their prize to them. Where are you from, Wolf HD59? Mexico. Very cool. Carla, who's on, is also in Mexico. I'm not sure which area both of you are from, but it's good to have you on. Hopefully you're doing well down there. What other things have been going on in the world? I heard about that 8.8 earthquake off the coast of Russia. I was glad to see it didn't do major damage to population areas with tsunamis and things. So hopefully everything's going. Rob put on a Pink Panther shirt. That's actually going to be the shirt I'll wear tomorrow. So you will see it in a video coming up again. I have to cycle through clothes. I can't always wear the same clothes. I tend to, in the summer, wear button shirts, where in the winter, because I wear a lot more sweaters or things over top, I wear a lot more t-shirts in the winter. Yesterday's video, you will have seen me in the Parks Canada shirt I recently bought. So, yeah, try to mix it up as much as possible. But you will see that Pink Panther shirt again soon. And I'll also have to, I'm looking at another purchase coming up, so we'll see. Gary said the Tofino got about a 30 centimeter wave from the tsunami, so not terribly impactful, which was good. That it could have been a lot much worse for a lot more people. I saw some videos of it hitting in Hawaii and things, and then the coast of Japan, and there's some areas that got some water. I got up early to watch. Well, I was already up, I guess, but I watched Summer McIntosh, who is at the World Swimming in Singapore right now. She's already won 3 gold medals, had 2 world records. She's was on pace to get 5 gold medals and match Michael Phelps' record at the Worlds, but unfortunately she came up a little short today. She got the bronze medal in the 800 meter butterfly. The amazing swimmer from the United States, Ledecky, continued her streak of winning that event. But that was the first time that Summer McIntosh, who's only 18 years old, competed at the Worlds in that event. So maybe in the future it will be her event too. She does have one more event left to do, so she still could possibly leave with 4 gold medals and a bronze. Pretty amazing for only being 18 years old. Gary says most historic sites are free in Canada as well as the national parks this year. I didn't realize they were free. I'd heard that there was a reduced rate. But if you say so, I haven't researched it fully to see what it is this year. Oh, there was some nasty flooding in Scotland too. Okay, I hadn't heard about that one. Charmaine is enjoying Lobster Festival there in Maine right now. IDK, hello. We had Lobster Festival in Shediac. I think it was the start of July. That's when theirs was. Gary says it varies from site to site. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get out and film Lobster Festival this year in Shediac. There were other things going on at the same time, and so I just couldn't do everything. So that was one I didn't do this year. I have done it in the past, so you can find it. Charmaine's not going to go to it this year, though. There is just too many things to do with so little time. Their Lobster Festival's in Rockland, Maine. So yes, you're going to have to pace yourself into what you're going to do. Whether it's going to be the festival this time, whether it's going to be working on your yard work maybe that you've got to do, maybe there's things inside the house that you need to do, or maybe you just need to work on yourself and relax, which is always something that's important to have done too. I did take a day off. Was it Tuesday this week? I think I didn't do any videos. Actually worked on a Lego, which I hadn't done in a while, so that was kind of nice just to kind of take a little bit of a break. IDK keeps retracting his messages of saying hello. I said hello. Gary's talking about Muskoka chairs versus an Adirondack chair. So that's because in the video yesterday in the Parks Canada, the red chairs that we see down here, down east, we call them Adirondack chairs. Now, maybe that is a influence we get from upstate New York, because that's where the Adirondacks are, and that's what they call those chairs. Muskoka is a region in Ontario, and so a lot of Canadians call those same chairs that are very similar. One is actually a little lower to the ground than the other, and Gary's saying one of them has a bit more of a curve back to it than the normal one. So either way, Adirondack chair, Muskoka chairs, those are the chairs, the red chairs you're going to find in a national park here in Canada. Elbows up. Okay. Oh, I guess I should tell you the news too from a Canada Post perspective. The latest offer that Canada Post employees were forced to vote on came back 70% in favor of rejecting it, 30% in favor of accepting it for both the urban and the rural side. So unfortunately, that means that we are still at an impasse, and that we're either going back to the negotiating tables, hopefully, or maybe it will go to an independent arbiter to try to resolve the issue, or Canada Post could lock us out. That could be an option as well, but unfortunately it means that there's still a disruption in the mail here. Now, mail's still flowing. People are still working as of right now, but we don't know. Does that mean in the future there could be another disruption? Maybe. But yeah, that's what's been going on here. Somebody says both easy to get into and hard to get out of. Yeah, definitely in an Adirondack chair or a Muskoka chair, however you want to call them. Yeah, they're kind of deep back, so when you sit into them, it can be harder to get out of them. Charmaine says her air conditioner in her car is broken. Oh no, that's not what you have. And it's not worth fixing. Oh, that could be a big expense for next year for you. But yeah, it's something you, especially where we've been having a lot of heat waves lately, and I believe you've been getting some of them too in Maine, so to be without air conditioning is not a good thing. Funny comment, Stephen. Hey, you're definitely going to want to drive with your windows open if you're in the heat wave. Elaine is on. Hey, no worries. Join when you can. You're only 14 minutes after we started. I got your message that you missed the decorating challenge. I think that was the last one you missed. You just missed it. We were just leaving it when you were trying to hop on. But good to see you, Elaine, in the UK. Or read from you. I don't see you, but... Has anyone heard from Joe in India? Basil I've got a message from, so I know he's out there. Who else have we been missing? Roger in Athens. I haven't heard from him for a while. IDK, I'm doing well, thank you. Yeah, so there's a couple people that I haven't heard from for a while that are usually on these live streams. So hopefully they're doing well. There we go. Yes, nice to have Elaine back on again. You were on holiday. I remember you saying that you were going to be, yes. So hopefully you had a great time. The weather was nice and you took lots of pictures. Steven hasn't heard from Joe or Roger either in a while. Okay. Remember the 1st of October is supposed, yeah, 2 months away for that. But I will have to start thinking about my car for it too. So my card for it, because I always design a card to send out for it. So that will come up soon. I've got that to do. I also want to get some stickers and things too for the channel, just some extra things to have. So we'll look at that here soon, I hope. I've actually asked my daughter to design a specific card for me. So if she hasn't forgotten, hopefully it will come through. Oh, hello, hello, hello. There's Isabel on from Chile. Nice to see you on here. I know it's busy to pop on a Saturday. Elaine's had a couple month break. Well, I've missed having you on here as well, so I'm glad you've made it on here. I know Sarah too from Germany. Normally we have her on here. She is not able to make it today because she's doing stuff for her husband's birthday is this weekend. So August becomes a busy month. Oh, Steven's ordered some self-made postcards for postcard day. Cool. Charmaine's going on vacation back to Colorado. Nice. Get to see your folks. That'll be fun. Awesome, Steven. We always look forward to him. There are a few people today for now at your job, Isabel. Okay. I look like a doctor. Okay. You don't want me operating on you, though, or prescribing anything. So I would go to someone who's got a degree on the wall rather than a hockey player on the wall behind. But thank you, Armin. I do need to shave. I know, Charmaine, I see it. August already. Amazing how quickly it's going by. We spend all winter hoping for summer and hoping for the warm weather. And then when it gets here, the months just seem to go quicker and quicker by. Isabel's designing a postcard for World Postcard Day as well. Cool. We'll look forward to see what happens. Gary says beards rule. Armin, where are you from? I prescribed everybody chocolate. That's my doctor prescription today. Steven's postcards will be a photo that he took in Japan. Very nice. Will you be in the photo? My World Postcard Day cards always seem to have polo on it, so I'm not sure which card will be made this time. Oli is also thinking about doing something for World Postcard Day. It'd be less expensive if you send it from Belarus, okay? Will Bart be on your postcard? Media says they're going to have a sauna theme on their World Postcard Day from Finland. That'll be nice to see. Isabel's will have illustrations with a black cat. 105 degrees Fahrenheit for Joseph in Nevada. Too hot. Too hot to do anything. Definitely want your air conditioning working there. Stephen's not in the photo, and Olia says, yes, Bart will be on the postcard. Oh, and Charmaine might do one that has Dakota on the postcard. We could have a whole bunch of cat cards. Alberta's been under a heat warning, and BC has been nice and comfortable. Okay. BC, British Columbia. I keep saying BC, but for those of you who don't know, the furthest province out there on the west coast is British Columbia, which we call BC. Not before Christ. We need to get someone on here representing Manitoba, and we have one from Quebec, and sometimes we have someone from Ontario. Nova Scotia's usually represented sometimes. PEI's had representation. Don't have anybody representing Newfoundland right now. Yes, I think everybody's playing cards do sound wonderful. I agree, Elaine. I see 11 people on, 11 thumbs up. That's good. It's evened right out. Monty's from Saskatchewan, so he's represented. Joseph says, maybe we can set up some exchanges for the World Postcard Day cards and give them better circulation. How do we... I never get the official ones. I've received them lots of times, but I've never bought those. I always seem to make my own and send them. I use Canva as a way to make cards to send out, so I probably will be doing that. But I know there's usually a link on Postcrossing on the website, postcrossing.com. That will link you to the official World Postcard Day cards that you can order. But I know there's a subgroup of people that collect all the other ones that people make. So I quite often have someone reach out that say, can I have one of your cards that I haven't necessarily traded with before? So in the past, I've done 50. I think one year I made 100. And I still use the extra ones from that 100 just to mail off to other people. 50 disappears pretty quick, so I'm not sure exactly how many I'll order this time around. Yes, Monty's from the metropolis of Ridgedale, which has a population of 60. Still counts. You're still in Saskatchewan. Stephen uses Vistaprint. I've heard of people using that as well. $9 per postcard. That's ridiculous. I think I got 50 for maybe 50 cents a piece or something like that. Isabel has ordered World Postcard Days from Wonder Post with a Chilean design. Okay. I know there's always the official one that comes from World Postcard Day, the official postcard, and then there are a bunch of sets like I think last year had mailboxes from different countries that you could collect for it. What other ones have they had? I can't think of it right now, but yeah, there are a few different groups that put out a postcard that represents a lot of countries. So they're out there. Charmaine uses Vistaprint as well. Carlos says they'll have a postcard meetup on that day. They used local artists for the designs. Gary got some postcard meetup cards, an earlier one this year. Those are always popular too. There's lots of people that collect meetup cards. Lately, when people ask to trade with me for the first time or have reached out and I'm responding to them and thanking them, I've been using some of my maritime meetup cards or my Atlantic Canadian meetup cards in order to send them something back. That's why I need to get out there and design a new card, because I want to have a That Dad Guy card to send back to people. So I used to have that, and I've run out of them and haven't replenished the supply. Welcome, David from Nova Scotia. You're out with your dad having lunch. Well, enjoy, Dad, with your having lunch. And you're hunting for seashells. Okay. Sounds like a good father-son activity to do, especially if your father's stable on the sand. I think my father might topple over if he was walking on the sand. He needs his rollator or something when he's walking. Isabel says she always uses Canva. It's like $1 US for 5 or 6 cards. And she orders a minimum of 25. Okay. Yeah, I used to go to Staples department store here and get my first original cards, but they were so thin. I did not like how what kind of cardstock they use. I couldn't get a thicker one there. And so when I discovered Canva, they had a much better card. I don't think if I had an example of it. I don't, because I've given them all away. So if you just happen to be out there with one of my Polo World Postcard or one of my That Dad Guy cards, they're collector's items because they are only limited amount and they're all gone into the world. I thought I saved one, but I don't see it. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know where it might have been. I think I might have put... Maybe not. Yes, there we go. Ugh. Cards I've made in the past. A couple of them anyways. There's a 2023 one and a 2024 World Postcard Day cards. And then there's my first original That Dad Guy card that I made out. So those are my original ones. So I've got to make another one for 2025, and I've got to make a new That Dad Guy card. Yeah, the postage, Gary, is expensive for international cards. How, 50 cards, $42 Australian for Vistaprint, okay? All right, Christopher, thanks for giving us 30 minutes of your time. Appreciate it. Have fun at work. Always appreciate you popping on and saying hello. As all do your friends, as they're all saying goodbye. So, Gary, you got to hold down the West Coast as Christopher is leaving. You represent the western side of Canada and the U.S. now, unless someone else pops on. Last week we did have someone else. We had a couple people that have been in from the Seattle area that have come on in the past. A few people show up from California from time to time, so it's not uncommon, but it is a little earlier for you folks, being only 8:30 in the morning there. You're watching the replay of qualifying. I watched qualifying third queue, second queue, and right up until the last 4 minutes of it, and then the live stream was coming on. So I don't know who actually got pole, so don't spoil it if you know. I'll check after, but yeah, I didn't catch the last 4 minutes of qualifying, so I don't know the finishing order. We have region representatives? Maybe, I don't know. If we could get more countries and more regions, that would be cool. I heard about your pizza meetup, Media. I saw your post that you put on there too. So thank you for sending me a card. I look forward to getting it. Yeah, it's pretty early to watch live for the West Coast. 6 o'clock in the morning or whatever it happens to be. And there are some races too that I don't watch because of what time they air. I have a hard time watching sporting events after the fact, if I can easily find the results. I was never one for like taping a baseball game and watching a baseball game later on if I couldn't watch it live, or a hockey game or something like that. South America, we have them right now. We have Isabel from Chile. She's a regular. Africa, you're right. We hardly ever have anybody from Africa on here. It has happened, but rarely. Thank you, Charmaine. I look forward to receiving it. Mail between Canada and the US has been quite slow, so. Yes, you are present. Well, I know one of the new US stamps that has come out is the SpongeBob stamp. And I've seen people post in the UK that the Royal Mail's issue of the Peanut stamps have come out. There's also been some stamps in the US about the 250th anniversary of the Mail. Very cool. I saw someone who had a, must be a souvenir sheet, because all the stamps were within the sheet, but you got to see the overall image of a mail being delivered, which I thought was really amazing. Stephen, you've timed it pretty well, though. Whenever you send me things, they seem to get here in time for giveaways and stuff, so you must have it down pat to how long it takes to get mail from Australia to Canada. Oh, thank you very much. I look forward to seeing them. It's awesome. Thank you. Does anybody want to do a roll call? Isabel is saying that she's not sure where everyone's from, too. We could do that. There's 10 people currently on now. You could just state where you're from. I think I know where everyone's from right now, but every once in a while we get someone who pops on for the first time, and that's when I ask them where they're from, because it's really cool to see people from around the world. Stephen tries to give it 4 weeks for mail to get here. You found 3 of the Canada Post F1 booklets in his collection. Canada F1 booklets. I'm not sure what those are. There you go. Charmaine from Maine. And if you don't know where Maine is in the top eastern corner of the United States, and it's connected to the province of New Brunswick here in Canada. So Maine is in the United States. Stormy's from eastern Washington State, so she's representing the West Coast too, out there where Christopher is. Also the United States. Gary's in British Columbia, Canada, on the west coast. Media's in Helsinki, Finland. Steven's from Port Lincoln, South Australia. Joseph's from Nevada in the United States. You'll see that that is a common thing with Americans. You're giving your state, you're not giving your country. You just happen to assume that everyone knows that's in the United States. Monty's in Saskatchewan in Western Canada. I saw a comedian once that, trying to think if it was Russell Peters. It might have been Russell Peters, that says if you want to annoy a British person from London, for example, if they come in and you say, "Oh, where are you from?" and they say London, and you just pretend like you've never heard it before. Where is that? I don't know exactly where that is. Olia, or her dog Bart, is in Poland. That's right. If you just said the city you were from or the province or state you were from without giving context to where you are in the world, it's hard to imagine what it's like. So Concepcion in Chile. Oh yes, okay, Gary, I remember those ones now that came out 2019 or maybe a little earlier than that. Yeah, it could be London, Ontario. You're right. So if someone asks me where I'm from Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada. Boom, boom, boom. You get the city, you get the province, and you get the country. And sometimes I say the Maritimes, which means New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, or Prince Edward Island. That's the Maritimes. If I say Atlantic Canada, it's New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, or Newfoundland and Labrador. All four of those are represented. There is a Poland, Maine. Yep. So that would throw people off completely, Charmaine, if you said you're from Poland, but you meant Poland, Maine, and not the country of Poland. Just like the state of Georgia versus the country of Georgia. Blissful Balance from British Columbia as well. Okay, Blissful Balance, you're the same place as Gary. What area of British Columbia are you in? Gary is in Surrey. Nice to have you on here. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Blissful. You're the new person on the block right now. That's right, Gary. And Southern Ontario, you can visit at least 8 European cities. And some of them have changed. Berlin, Ontario is no longer there anymore, but it got renamed. But there are a lot of places that get reused, especially here in North America. When we came and got colonized, people just named things after where they came from. Charmaine sent a postcard to the country of Georgia last week. That's cool. That's a good address to get. Yeah, it's always nice to see new people joining in and figuring out what's on that dad guy and what we're talking about every Saturday or Sunday. Sometimes people join mid-conversation and we're talking about a hobby. Sometimes people join and we're talking about the weather. We are all over the place in what we talk about. And you just happened to join us when everybody was saying where they're from. IDK keeps popping in and saying hello. Where are you from, IDK? If you want to introduce yourself, that would be great. Yeah, stamps in our hobbies. Stamps, Legos. Legos. I just said Lego. No such thing as Legos. Postcards. Cars sometimes. Different festivals. We talk about food quite often too. IDK's from Canada. Yeah, but we're in Canada. It's a big country. From Thunder Bay. All right, cool. I've been to Thunder Bay. Steven says, hope you didn't have to write the address in Georgian script. Stormy says, for some reason, when I hit the thumbs up, the counter stops and I'm stuck on 2. I don't know what that means. What counter are you talking about? Is it the top fans counter you're talking about? That's the only counter I can see here, other than how many people are at the top. There's 13 people on, 14 people have given a thumbs up. And there's nobody that's given money. That's right. The likes. Okay, the likes show 14 for me right now. I'm not sure why it's stuck for you. It's always a good thing. If you got room, Charmaine, I agree. Let's do the same thing. If you have both addresses, print them both, especially when I have cards that are going to China. I want to make sure that whoever's in the postal system knows exactly where it's to go. So if I can, I print it off in both English and the local language if it's been given on their post-crossing profile. Thank you very much, Blissful Balance. I appreciate that. So where in British Columbia are you? Gary says he sees 15 likes. Oh, I only see 14 here. It's weird that there's a discrepancy. Well, you had some talent having a practice writing, Steven, so that's amazing that you could do that. I wouldn't want to make an error, so I definitely print them off. Monty says on the computer it only shows 3 thumbs up. All right. It'll all work itself out, I guess, eventually. I'm not sure if I can see you. I'm trying to look on the computer to see what I can see. Yeah, for me it says 13 views and 12 likes. So it's all over the place. Isabel says it stops when you hit the thumbs up button. So maybe the number that you hit on it, so Isabel stopped on 7, maybe she was the 7th person to like it and just stuck on that. Yeah, Lane, sometimes they take a lot longer to get there, so just like anywhere else. So Media, maybe you're the 15th person to like it. Gary, my handwriting's probably just as bad. Olia has added a new video category to her channel, which is in postcards. The lottery among the postcards. Yeah, you'll see mine. I have so many subcategories. If you want to go in and just search on stamp videos, you can, or festivals, you can, tourism, food. I break them down by a whole bunch of things. Okay, you have to refresh the page in order to get the current number. Oh, there goes Ari. He came home, showered, is going back out again. He finally has a Saturday where he's not working, so he's going to make use of the sunshine outside, I think. Yeah, Oli, I saw you put out a new video in the last couple of days about postcards you received from July. I haven't seen it yet, but I will. I'm kind of behind in a few things. I know Jilly B's put out a new video too. I haven't been able to watch that. Haven't seen anything from Renee recently, so maybe because it's summer and she's doing other things. But Renee Lewis, I haven't seen anything there. It's too bad our screens, no matter, I guess I'm on a mobile device and some of you are on computers and laptops or on your televisions. So we're all seeing different things on the screen. It's not all uniform, which is too bad it's not that way. If you send a link here, I don't know. If you send a link here, I don't think we can click on it. You can try. I know I can't click on it because if it was an active link, it would take me off my live stream and it would be over. But I would suggest anybody go check out In Postcards, and you can check out Olia's content there. I can hear my wife and is on FaceTime with Dea right now. Dea went to the first night of Oshega, the music festival in Montreal yesterday. There you go. Steven's already watched your video, and Charmaine agrees that she puts out great videos. Thumbs up and love all around. It's gotten very quiet. Everybody stopped. Just update the computer behind here. I can see what's changed. Says we have 14 live viewers. That matches. Yeah, everything else seems to match up with what I've got on my phone right now. Do I have a new chair? I do have a new chair. I also have an old chair right there. So this chair is shared. Shanda sometimes works from home. A few days a week she's working from home. And so we bought this chair so she had something more comfortable when she's at the dining room table to work from. And so when she's not working at it, it comes back to the office and I get to use it. So we share the chair. So I've kept the old one behind me because every day I'm in a chair in this office, so I need something even when she's working from home. It's good. It's a Costco chair. You can see. We share the chair. Yep, we got that rhyming going. We just don't share it at the exact same time. I don't know what Sherlock and Daughter is. Is it a television show? I've never heard of it. You'll have to let us know, Midia, what it's about. Well, I assume it's about Sherlock Holmes. And perhaps his daughter, just based on the title. I didn't know Sherlock Holmes ever got married or had children, but you've got to come up with new ideas somehow. So it's a British television show, okay? I'll have to look for it. Sherlock Holmes is very difficult to figure it out, or have you watched it, Isabel? We've got all sorts of rhyming poets. We've also got lots of comedians that are on this channel too, so it's a budding industry of entertainers that are on here. anyone has Roger's information, if they can reach out to him just to make sure he's okay, that'd be great. Oh, because of the name, it's assumed it's yeah. I was just trying to be funny. Guess it didn't work. We're an odd group of people. I mean, a fun group of people. You're right. Roger's from Athens, Greece. Gary says he likes dad jokes, even though they are in their 30s. He can still embarrass his daughter. Daughters, plural. Yeah, Isabel, he used to talk a lot about Connie Francis because he collects her works. And he's a stamp collector as well. But he was a regular. He was always on every one of these live streams. And I'm not sure what's happened to him. So it kind of makes me a little bit nervous that he's disappeared. I'm hoping he's just been busy with summer events, but hopefully he's okay. So it would be nice if someone has his contact information, if they can reach out to him and at least confirm they get a response back from him. Isabel says that there's a yogurt brand in Chile that includes dad jokes in the lids of their containers. That's a good idea. We have a soda company that does that underneath their lids. When you have it, there's a saying or a joke in it. But right now we're getting the limericks from Steve, and we're getting dad jokes from Mindy in Nova Scotia lately. And it all started with Eric in Ontario, who used to send in dad jokes. Thank you, Joseph. Hopefully you'll hear something from him. Which brand of soda? Jones Cola. It's the pop that has the little sayings under the cap. Do they have sayings maybe on the labels too? I know the labels, the pictures are all put in by people who have submitted pictures, so they're great images from all around. Oh, which brand of yogurt? That's for you, Isabel, to answer. Danone. I wonder if they do the same thing here. We have that brand in Canada as well. Lots of lovely hearts flowing up the side of the screen. So thank you to whoever's doing that. Thank you, Isabel. Dove Chocolates has sayings inside their wrappers. Oh, I might have to eat some Dove chocolate just to see. It's like the old bazooka bubble gum. You used to get the pink bubble gum that was inside. And when you open it up, there was always a little cartoon in there that had dad jokes or really bad sayings. Dannon. yogurt in the US. I wonder if that's what I was thinking about for here in Canada. But Stephen has those brands, but they don't do jokes. So it may be a regional thing too. Dove is a brand of soap here, yeah, as well. Maybe they have sayings inside the wrappers there as well. I don't know. Dove is not a brand we use right now. We have them available, but it's not one that I have. Cracker Jacks with the surprises in the boxes, yep. Very popular at baseball games. I guess there's a few different companies that have used a label, used a box top or something like that in order to send a positive message or something humorous. I haven't had Cracker Jacks in ages. I'm not normally a big fan of popcorn, whether it's caramelized or not. I'm not a big fan of caramel either, for that matter, or caramel. But yeah, if I'm having a similar type brand to Cracker Jacks that has maybe the peanuts and things in it, I usually go with the brand just escapes me. Old age. I can't remember what it's called now. I can see the yellow box, but I can't see the name on it. Steven says, used to have toffees called Fantails that used to have information about the film stars on the wrappers. Okay, haven't heard of that. Fiddle Faddle. Thank you, Charmaine. That is it. Fiddle Faddle. That's the brand I tend to go with over Cracker Jacks. Thank you for helping get the squirrel back on the wheel. I just find it's a lighter popcorn, or a lighter mixture between the two. There always seems to be a lot more peanuts and things that are in there, where Cracker Jacks sometimes almost has a burnt or a overcooked taste to it. Olia says she's switching to a keto diet. Hopefully not because of the things that I'm saying. Charmaine agrees it's better than Cracker Jacks, yeah. Do I get Jaffas or Maltesers in Canada? Yeah, we get Maltesers. Jaffas, are they the cakes? I'm not familiar with that. So I don't think we have them here, but they may. Crunch and Munch. Yes, also. Yeah, Crunch and Munch is another good one. We're talking about candy, Isabel. Yeah, I don't know how we got switched onto it, but we did. I guess because we talked about Cracker Jacks having a prize in the box, and then I got sidetracked and started thinking about Crunch and Munch and Fiddle Faddle and other likewise brands of candy. You see, I get easily distracted by food, and especially good food. So if you started talking about a dish from Chile and you started, I don't know, giving details about how it's cooked, or maybe a candy that you enjoy, how sweet it was, I'd be all in. I'd be listening, I'd be watching, I'd be looking for the details. Like Gary's saying, Coffee Crisp. It's a chocolate bar here in Canada. It's one of his favorites. It's a favorite of mine too. I love Coffee Crisps. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I enjoy Coffee Crisps. Good chocolate wafers. I've gotten it a few times that, Median Finland has sent me a box of sweets from Finland. Now, not all of them I love, but it's great to try things that you haven't had before. So kind of gives you that that feeling of different things. Jilly B has sent me stuff from the UK that I've gotten to try as well. I think she sent me some twice now. When I first started the YouTube channel, she was an earlier subscriber, and she sent me a big box of things. And I think she sent me, well, she did send me one not that long ago, maybe 6 or 8 months ago. So it's really cool to try things. Not Jaffa cakes. Jaffas are chocolate balls or orange flavored candy coat. No, we don't have those then. I don't know what those are. We have Maltesers. We have Whoppers. I think you have other chocolate covered candies that are like that. I think we have another brand too. I can't, that are kind of malt balls or chocolate covered malt balls, but not ones that has an orange flavored. If I think of an orange flavored candy, I think of a Terry's chocolate orange, which are one of my favorites. Yeah, Gary's talking about the Terry orange too here. Now Terry's, I love them. They used to only come out at Christmas time. Now you can get Terry's oranges all year round. Kind of takes the specialness away, and they're coming in a whole bunch of different flavors now. You can get the toffee ones, which are good. You can get white chocolate, I think, as well. There's a dark chocolate. There's a milk chocolate. There's something else in one of them that I saw too. Charmaine likes Whoppers. Isabel says Super 8 and Choquita are some of the popular chocolate covered cookies in Chile. Okay. So what's in them? What makes them different? Joseph says Whoppers are a favorite of his as well. Stephen says when he was young, not that many years ago, it was popular for have roll jaffas down the floor of a cinema. That was before all the cinemas were carpeted. Yeah, that's a waste of food. Who's going to eat them? Nobody if they've been on the floor. I'm with you, Stephen. That's not a good idea to do with your sweets. Now, I know Dea, my daughter, when she gets popcorn at the movie theaters or even when she's at home, she mixes Smarties, Canadian Smarties, those are the candy-coated chocolate ones, into, or M&Ms would be another option, into the popcorn, and it melts and you have a chocolate and popcorn combination. I'll have to look for that, Isabel, that there's a Pedro Pascal is introducing Super 8s to the rest of the cast of Fantastic Four. See, we have things to research now. We've been blessed in this city to have a whole bunch of different grocery stores, whether they're Asian grocery store, Middle Eastern grocery stores, Eastern European grocery stores. We have a bunch of them. So yesterday I was in the Middle Eastern one, and I've picked up a few different drinks, a couple drinks from Turkey of late, and got some Moroccan sweets and things there too. So I don't know if I've got any places that I can get Chilean cookies, but yeah, Media. Burger King does have a burger, and it's called the Whopper. That's not what we're talking about, though. A Whopper is a chocolate-covered candy, kind of like a bit hollow inside, too. Smarties like anorexic Jaffas. Okay. All right, Charmaine, thanks for joining us. We're going to be wrapping things up here. It's been an hour. We've gotten onto that great topic of food, which is wonderful. But it's probably time to say goodbye too, and I probably should pop on and see how my daughter's doing and how the concert was so far. Isabel says there's a saying that means there's always a Chilean. Siempre hay un chileno? It is malt flavored too, okay? All right, everybody. I think we're going to take the cue from Charmaine. We're going to wrap things up here. And I appreciate everybody giving me another hour of their time on a Saturday to get together and chit-chat. And I'm glad we got to talk about candies and food. Hopefully there'll be one day who will be in front of me so I can taste them all. But for now, we'll look forward to the next time that we get together, whether it is on a Wednesday for decorating a postcard or next weekend for another live stream, or just watching some of the videos I put out in between all of those days. So thanks everybody for joining. Have a magical week.